What's up, guys? Cody your day with Lucian game. So, this game, you get to carry a dead weight kindred, but it's pretty easy actually. Um, I'm with a 4-man. However, you've probably seen the Zed a lot in my games. However, the Quinn and the Karma you don't see that much at all. The Quinn is young, and he doesn't really play League that much anyways. So it's not like it's a big deal. And then the Karma is my brother, who I play with half the time anyways. And half the time he's not on League, so it's the same thing. So it's okay. But because I'm in call with them, I can kind of control what's going on a bit more than usual, which is useful. So, Kindred, we're never gonna see her, by the way. Until we hit about mid-game, we're not gonna see her at all. We're gonna see her die a few times, and that's just gonna be what it is. I know that I have to get this game going fast because we're all AD, and if I don't, then this is gonna be an issue. Leona starts W when obviously we're going really aggressive. She really should have started her Q instead of her W in this case, because of how aggressive we started playing. And starting W doesn't really do anything. So, right from the start, we're playing really aggressive. We hit level 2, and I'm like, okay, we gotta be aggressive, and then they hit level 2, and I was like, oh, well, then we can leave. Leona jumps in on me without her stun and goes really far in. Look how far she's going in here. It just doesn't make any sense why you would go in that far, and now they're both really low. And I get exhausted here, but it doesn't really matter because bam, dead. And then Leona, I can't remember if she gets away here. No, I dash in, and I get a Karma Shield at the last second to save me, which is fortunate. And yeah, so early aggression. However, we didn't get first blood because Quinn decided she was gonna die top lane. So that was unfortunate. However, double kill for me. That's a good start. I already have my serrated Dirk, so I am set to go now. Because this serrated Dirk is a lot more than that dagger from Jinx. So I am good to go. I've got, the Karma's, got all of her abilities available now. And Karma is a lot more useful than Leona is in levels 1 to 5. So right now we have the advantage. We gotta be pressing our advantage because as soon as Leona hits 6, the game becomes much more complicated for us. And I have to use my spells, use my abilities in the right order in a fight, or else or else my DPS won't be as high. And you might think, well, why would your spell order matter? Like, you've got combos and whatnot, but spell order wouldn't necessarily make a difference. And it mostly is because while Leona uses her ult, that is going to decrease my movement speed, and it could potentially keep me locked in place. However, if I use my ultimate when she ults, then my DPS is staying the same as what it would normally, assuming that my ult is actually hitting people. So it's actually important for me to ult correctly in a fight, to wait to use my ult when she's about to use her ult, or use it to kill somebody off before then. But I need to keep in mind that I need to be paying attention to that fact. I did an early back. I might not have. Maybe I shouldn't have done it, but I was running low on mana, and I had a few bits of gold, Leona goes in on me, which is not a good idea, and then Jinx is kind of way too far up. Leona doesn't have any of her cooldowns up, and they're focusing Karma. I don't. Why would you focus Karma? Like, she had as much health as me, so I was confused by that. But yeah, I get another double, and that was their fault there. The first time, like they're outmatched here. I'm playing with a bunch of bronze people, which, to be honest, I mean, what's the difference? I mean, I'm in gold, but I should be at least in plat. You know, I don't play ADC. Not my main. I just play a little bit of everything, and when it comes to ranked, I try to just play GP and support. That's really all I try to do. If I have to play anything else, it'll be like Gnar, or then if it's like mid lane, kind of just a random toss-up. However, just playing random stuff, well, not random necessarily in normals, but random roles, really. So, Riven has died 4 times top now, and so, as in normal bronze fashion, she has refused to go top anymore. And you'll see Kindred is completely wasting her time here, and she flashes, and she just uses her ult, and she's dead. However, I get a kill on Leona, and they're gonna pick up Dragon off of this. I could have thrown in a W had I known what was going on everywhere. I could have put 2 and 2 together that they were doing, and I could have potentially thrown in a W, tried to steal it. However, you know that with my W really isn't gonna happen, so just kind of gave up on that. However, we did get top, so that was first turret gold to us, which first turret gold is a huge deal. For those of you that don't quite understand what 400 gold does, it does a lot, and it can really help snowball the game in a ridiculous proportion. So I was sitting in base for much longer than what I should have. Needed like 50 gold for Yomu's act. So I sat in base for like 30 gold. Probably not the best of ideas, however, you know, I'm winning the game to begin with, so I wasn't all that worried about it. Kindra's gonna die mid. So she's 0-2 now. We're gonna be having to carry her. She's gonna be holding us down. Like I said, use my ult for when Leona's gonna use her ult. I used it earlier, but I mean, I used it before she ulted, but she had no choice but to ult me, so that way I couldn't follow up. And now their bot lane's in a really bad situation here. You see, they can't really do anything here, aside from Jinx using rockets. And Leona's gonna barely get away too, but you can see on the right side of the screen here, Leona and Jinx don't have any health now. Which means this is gonna be... like, if I had mana, this would be an easy tower to get. However, I don't have mana, and I'm gonna do the safe thing and back off. However, if I had mana, if I wasn't, you know, if I didn't need a back to just pick up items, would have just gone ahead and taken it. So I'm going the armor pen build. I prefer the crit build on Lucian. However, I do understand that the armor pen build is a lot better early game, and I knew, like I said before, I knew that the game needed to go fast. So, you know, this kind of needed to happen. And as you can see, I am starting to tear through them now. I understand that they cannot stop me. If Leona gets all of her CC off on me, then yes, she has the potential to do that, to shut me down. However, that's not the case with this Leona. Plus, I have my dash to avoid everything. I also have flash. You're gonna see Quinn's suicide in here. I don't know why. But yeah, Quinn dies. And so Quinn has 6 kills, but also 5 deaths. So she's getting fed while also feeding the enemy team. Not the best combination. It gets really annoying. Fortunately, the freaking Quinn listened to me and wasn't saying that admitted that yeah, he was feeding, but no, it's him. It was for who it was. I was just kind of like whatever. At least he was getting kills, so that was good enough in my book for him. So, but as you can see, he I lost my train of thought. But, oh yeah, I was gonna say that it's really annoying in games where somebody has a lot of kills, but also the majority of the deaths on the team. And they're like, oh, I'm carrying you guys are terrible, you guys aren't following me up on anything, and it's like, you're just stupid. So, I don't, you know, I don't like people like that. Fortunately, I control what's going on here. So, I know that we can pretty much kill them. Kindred just kind of does a desperation ult for herself. We almost get the Jinx, however, I get exhausted and I failed my dash. I wasn't close enough to the wall to get through. But we got Gragas, and Jinx and Leona are forced to back now. So this is really good for us. And I don't know what's going on with Kha'Zix, but he thought he could kill Kindred while we were all there. I did have to burn my heal for Kindred though, so I am at a disadvantage for that now. But it's, you know, got a Kha'Zix out of it, so that's worth. Riven's pushing up here. I was about to turn around and fight her, however, her team showed back up. And their team is pushing down on mid right now, and had they pushed faster, they think they could have gotten it. However, instead they decided that they were going to go to take out the Quinn, who got a tower anyways. And now what's happening is Karma used Frost Queens, which means this is pretty easy to try and catch up to these people, chase them down, and we didn't get them, so we understand like, oh well, we got Leona Flash, but we understand at that point like, okay, they were all just top, they're gonna be coming mid, map awareness, you know. So I see that, I understand that, and I'm like, okay, we got no reason to keep going. However, you know, after a few things happen, they all slowly die off. The enemy's pretty dumb and doesn't know when to stop engaging and doesn't understand how fed I actually am. And even though Zed was DC'd for a bit due to internet issues, he still has a Dustblade. I think he's about 1,000 gold down on me. 1,500. And for being AFK for like 3 or 4 minutes, that's not, well, I wasn't AFK for that long. Being AFK for as long as he was, not too bad. So, I'm bot lane at this point because I do need to clear out what is down here. I need to clear out the wave that's down here, and I need to push it back out. That way we don't have to worry about it for a few minutes. That's important just because push it out, take care of issues, and I am now on my way to mid lane. Kha'Zix goes in and takes the tower shot. Karma's out of this fight now. However, I'm fed. So all I have to do is just make sure that I use everything on people that try to jump on me. And honestly, it was really dumb of me to go in like I did. If I wasn't as fit as I was, or as good as I was, well, I knew what I was doing. If I wasn't as fit as I was, then it probably wouldn't have ended the way it did. However, I never understood what was going on. I just had to assume that my teammates would follow me up, which they did, and it worked out in the end. However, to be honest, I could have easily died had the enemy played it better, and it wasn't a smart move on my part. I should have instead let somebody else engage first, so that way they could take all the CC for me, and then I burn down anyone. Yeah. Gragas is kind of tanky just in his nature. However, I have no idea what the Gragas is building. He's got part of his Zonias for me and Zed, which is fine. Then he has a Catalyst, which he hasn't completed yet, and he also has a Sheen and a Blasting Wand. And Sorcerer Boots, so I don't know what the Gragas is doing. He's just off in his own world. It only completely fails her ult. And I show up and start shredding through the health bars with my ultimate. We get a kill on her, and then I flash. Quinn also flashes. That was not communicated between either of us. But it doesn't quite matter. We're winning. And, oh look, here's the Kindred. Did we remember she's in the game? Oh, like I said, we're carrying this Kindred. This Kindred isn't doing anything. She's farming. She doesn't understand what's going on. She's like peeking like, oh, I'm coming to blue. I'm coming to blue to get the freaking stack. It's like, that's great and all. But help the team, maybe? Like, she's not doing anything. She's literally, she's so bad at Kindred. Like, all she can think about is stacks, and doesn't understand that she has to be at pressure. That's how you should be getting a lot of your stacks. Gragas misjudges the fact that I was gonna dash there, and I get a kill. And they're quite honestly, he was way too far up at that point of time. He knew that we were all up. Aside from the Kindred who died. And are we surprised at that? No, not really. Ever. Does mean that we will get this kill. And that's going to work out pretty well for us. So, the game's pretty much decided at this point. It's been decided ever since I won lane, because I know how to take my win and snowball it into other lanes. However, you know, Kindred being very much of a deadweight is a hindrance. And if there was a lane that was not doing good, then all Kindred had to do was be camping it. Fortunately for her, got put with a good team, so it didn't matter. She had no idea what she was doing. As you can see, she's just going around and taking stacks, so she has 7 stacks now. And none of them are really because she's good. She's got 2 kills, and I don't even know how she has those 2. I show back up, and I shred through the enemy. The enemy is not respecting the fact that I'm fed, and that's something that you gotta make sure you do in games when you're behind. You gotta be like, okay, their fed Lucian is back up now, you know, after his first death. It's 13-1. You know, we gotta make sure that we're careful around this. As you can see, I just want to point this out real fast. Kindred is pinging Baron, okay? We have killed 2 of their people. Riven's about back up, okay? We're on their inhib. Kindred has not grouped with us mid this entire time. This is a bad Kindred. This is a bad jungler in general. The jungler should be applying pressure to lanes, which she didn't do, which fortunately she didn't need to do until it was AFK for a bit. Should have been there. Should have been top a bit more. It didn't need to be bot at all. Bot was fine. But all she cares about is her stacks. That's not how you play Kindred. You mark somebody and hope that you can get them. But if it doesn't happen, then it doesn't happen. If you try to make plays around your stacks, however, they're not your highest priority. Like if like you can make an attempt for it, but if it's not like safe, like a lot of times, I'll make the example of Raptors. If the mark's at Raptors, that's just not happening. Marks at the enemy Raptors, the mid laner can come and the jungler can come and kill you. And if if all you're thinking is I need to stack, then and it's a sign of a bad Kindred player. So aside from that tangent, back to this. So Kindred doesn't want to help us at all, if anything. So we're gonna get Baron, which is a good idea at this point of time now, since she hasn't done anything for the team, and she just so happens to be there because that's all she cares about. However, she starts it before we're even there, before we're even out of the jungle, and then she ults. What are you doing? God. Now I'm out. Like, okay, we need to get out of here, and honestly, she should have backed. Everyone that wasn't at like near full health should have backed. Bought items. Because let's see. It just has 930 gold. That's enough to buy something. Win definitely should have backed with 2,000 gold. Zed was building it for Yomu, so it didn't matter. And he's at full health with ults. The only thing he doesn't have is flash. Win should have backed here. Kindred should have just not been anywhere in this game. But people are way like, this is stupid right here. When trying to 1v2, like, what are you doing? And yes, if you're watching this, Quinn, that was stupid. And I think he said that like, oh, that wasn't a smart idea, so he understood his mistake. Although then the enemy doesn't understand that, oh, the Lucian's here, the Quinn was just here, we know the Zed's here. They don't understand the fact that I'm a threat to them. And, oh, where's Kindred? Getting marks, not helping the team at all. And, you know, even we have Baron. Quinn can get back here really fast. So Quinn is, I don't care about Quinn. Quinn can get back really fast. And, I know that, like, hey, Gragas is about to be back up. You got a Kindred that is getting Scuttle instead of helping to push a lane or helping to just group with anybody. And now she's going after Dragon when we're winning the game already. Like, something, you know, it just doesn't really add up. And I'm like, okay, we gotta push down a side lane then, and that's the easiest. I know that we had to push down the side lane, and of course somebody comes because I needed somebody to help me with it. However, my team is at the point where they don't even need me, and they end up distracting the whole enemy team, and I'm busy taking down turrets while my team is finally just getting kills on their own now. And it ends up being a bloodbath for them here. I think the rest of them die here, and we just ace them. Like Kazakh's, like, it's over them at this point, but Kindred, such a waste of space this game. Oh my god. I just don't understand. And then she dies because she thinks her ult will save her from freaking fountain. Oh my god. However, though, and 13, 1, and 11 in a game that had 41 kills, so I had 24. I was a part of 1, so that's more than half. It's probably about 55%. I'm not gonna. Yeah, something like that. About 5/8, whatever that ends up being. That's actually like 62. I died once. That's less than 5% of the deaths on my team. I did pretty good. Like I said, what mainly happened was as Lucian, he has a really good early game. Take advantage of that. You can snowball that early game into other lanes, and it'll win you. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you learned something. Or like and subscribe if you did. And see you on the next one. Thanks.